What up, YouTube? Hey guys, let me get myself situated here. It's my YouTube anniversary. How cool is that? 2 years on YouTube, 2 years of craziness. And my hair is in the mid stage of being done, so yeah. All right, I'm gonna go find myself on the computer so that I can see your comments. Maybe. There it goes. It always takes a minute for it to kick in. Is anybody out there? Hi, Courtney. I'm trying to get on over here on my computer. There I go. Ads, 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 and more ads. You know something funny, Courtney? Yesterday, after you told me you hit your head, I hit my head. I was cleaning something in the refrigerator. I don't even remember what I was doing, but I was reaching into the refrigerator, and whenever I stood up, bonk, hit myself right in the head. I'm like, Courtney rubbed off on me or something. Are you okay? I have like all these fans blowing on me because I'm hot. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get here before I start getting ready. I know my hair looks crazy, but it's kind of drying. Yeah. I saw that you had a collab up with Nona. That's cool. I'll have to go watch it later. I am actually leaving directly after I get done with this live. I'm leaving town, so I'll have to watch it later tonight. I went through my very first video and pulled out all the products that I used, and the crazy thing is I actually had probably, obviously not the original one, but I almost had everything still. I still almost use all of it, and I was like, man, I am a creature of habit. I don't change much. Hey Sherry, how are you? So since I have to leave town after this, I'm going to go ahead and get ready. But I just thought it would be interesting to kind of talk about this YouTube journey. I'm going to make a video. I don't know when it's going to be up. Either Thursday, either tomorrow, or Saturday, depending on when I can get it edited. Because today's thing was a little bit last minute, so I wasn't prepared for it. How are you, Sherry? I'm getting some weird message on my computer. It keeps saying that the page is unresponsive or something like that. But anyways, I'm going to dig around in here and start getting ready. The first thing that I used was this old school OG Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. Okay, Courtney. And it has been so many years since I used this. This is a new bottle. I got this ginormous bottle. It would probably last for 6 years. But this was the very first primer that I think I ever used because I thought, I mean, at the time there weren't many choices. Now there's so many primers that you could choose from hundreds. But anyways, this was my very first one. Hey, Lori, how are you? So I'm going to go ahead and do this. This is brand new too. That even has the safety seal still on it. But it's been crazy because I've been looking at my first video and it's cringeworthy, of course. And of course, I'm not going to talk that much about it since I'm making a video of it, but I just thought I'll just try to recreate or at least use as many of the products from my first video as I can. How are you guys doing today? Oh, and just, for business sake, if you guys are watching this on the replay, thank you for joining. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment in the comment section because we still want your input even though you weren't here live. I know this is a time that most people work, and if I was in school, I would be. So let me see if I can position this mirror where it's not in the way of anybody or in the way of you guys seeing, but I can still see myself and the computer. Isn't it fun? Speaking of YouTube Live, isn't it fun trying to position everything where you can see and they can see? But anyway, I'm going to go in with this Smashbox. Ooh, it looks like it's separated. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it like a Polaroid picture. I probably shouldn't do that. I'll get pinged, huh? Oh well. Too late now. What are you guys up to today? I'm going out of town after this. My dad and I landscaped my yard yesterday, and the whole time I was doing it, I was like, I'm gonna pay for this. And I am. Like, I am so sore. You know that motion where you bend down and bounce, bend over and bounce at the same time because you're like picking weeds and stuff like that? Oh my gosh. You do sound creepy. You do. I'm laying here in the dark watching you. Keep hitting send on the message before you're done. Is that what you mean? This feels so slick. I think I'm going to still put some professional over it because I still want to look good even though I'm using that old school stuff. Oh, yay, Lori. That'll be fun. Of course, I'm going to YouTube it. Are you guys going to film a video? The Queen. Should I play your processional? Is that the word? Processional, I think. It's when they play all the fancy music. But I do think I'm going to put professional over this. But yeah, guys, I landscaped. My dad did all this weed eating. I did all this stuff in my flower beds, remulched it and all that. You're good. I was going to tell you before, but I ran out of time. My favorite makeup brand, Sherry, oh my gosh. You know, it used to be Too Faced. But I've been mad at Too Faced for a while. And this is going to make me sound like Sister Christian Goody Two Shoes, but I think they're going overboard with the over-sexual names of their stuff. You know, we've always had like NARS Orgasm, and we've always had those kind of products, and it just, I don't know, you just mention them and you just go on and you don't think anything about it. But there's some on that new line that I was just like, oh my gosh, I would not want my young daughter, my young nieces, any of my students, like I wouldn't want them to read that or say that. You know what I mean? I had an idea today, and so nobody can steal it because I'm patenting it unofficially right now, but we need to make makeup shirts. Maybe that should be my merch line, makeup shirts, where you have like a particular shirt that you wear when you're putting your makeup on so that you don't get stuff all over everything. And like if it has stains of foundation all over it, it's okay because it's your makeup shirt. You guys think anybody would buy that? Anyway, I'm going to go in with primer water. I'm probably not going to talk a whole lot. Yep, the moo-moos. Talk a lot about what I'm using, but I'm just going to do it. Because like I said, I really do have to get ready. I know. Really, Sherry? Or need some more powder, Sherry? Or another subscription box? Subscription box? Yes. Okay, I was sitting there thinking to myself, I am not going to do the fan, but I don't know where my other fan is, so I am going to do the fan. If I can get it off the floor. Hey, Steve. Okay, here we go. Beast. Anyway, okay, Sherry, so I never really answered your question. It's really hard to say. I guess I would have to say ABH. I know, it was so funny. ABH, I guess, is probably because if I'm such an eyeshadow girl, like that's my favorite product probably is eyeshadow, and so I would probably have to say ABH because that's one brand that I just buy everything. Like I don't even think about it. When the new palette comes out, I don't buy a whole bunch of their other products, but I do always buy their eyeshadow palettes. So I guess I'm going to say ABH. For me, I would have to like categorize it. Like for eyeshadow this, for foundations this, for skincare this. Like when you're a makeup enthusiast, you just can't you just can't narrow it down that much. All right, and then that's my ABH fan, so we're talking about it. All right, next, what am I? I guess I'm to the foundation. I pulled out my old school Real Techniques sponge because for the longest time, it's funny how you find a way to afford things. You know, you find a way to afford things. And back in the day, I couldn't afford the Beauty Blender, so I used this Real Technique sponge, and I still like it. And this really is my old school one because they changed the composition of this. I don't know what they've done to it, but recent ones that I got, I don't like that much. But this is an old one, so it's funny because a lot of these things that I pulled are part of the video that I posted yesterday, which was the unloved, neglected, and forgotten, because a lot of these things that I pulled are things from my first video. So the foundation cocktail is Infallible. I put all these things in here randomly, so I'm sorry you're going to have to listen to me dig around. Infallible Pro Matte and CoverGirl Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous 3-in-1. And I haven't tried the L'Oreal sponge either. My birthday wish list is growing. It started off really reasonable, and now it's kind of to borderline excessive, and by the time Saturday gets here, it's going to be excessive. It's a good thing I get paid tomorrow is all I have to say about that. So anyway, I'm going to make a cocktail of these on my hand and get after the foundation part. I know myself. But I remember, honest to God, you guys, my very first birthday extravaganza trip, I think I spent $1,000. And I'm not even kidding. I think I spent $1,000. And I would never even get close to that now. But of course, at that time, I didn't really have any makeup. And so I had all these lists of all these things that I wanted. And I waited for my birthday. And this is the funny part. I couldn't find the purple one. I know I put it in here. Where are you? Little booger. Oh, it's right here in front of me. Good Lord. Do you guys remember when the Artiste brushes were the big deal? And they had all the knockoffs. I've got the Moda one. This one is not the original. I can't find it. Yeah. Anyway, these paddle brushes. And on my video, I use this to spread out my foundation. This one Becky got me, I think, for Christmas because it was pink. And you guys know already about the pink. Me and the pink. And Steve, are you still here? How you doing today? Oh my goodness, my computer is doing monkey business over here, you guys, and I'm trying to see on the phone, but I know I'm missing it. But anyway, I was thinking, about what I was going to talk about in regard to my anniversary, and I thought maybe I'll just talk about some of the way things have changed. I watched YouTube for probably 2 or 3 years before I decided to start a channel. And I do have a Real Techniques paddle brush too somewhere around here. But whenever I first started, like, I really felt like there was an opportunity for me to really have a decent following. And for me, like, what I would think of as success as far as the goals that I've made for myself, I would really love to have around, like, maybe 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers. Like, for me, 10,000 would be super awesome, and I would feel like I had arrived, and I would feel, I would probably be making a little bit of an income. So that's kind of my idea of success. I really don't want to be someone that has 1 million subscribers. I don't want the problems that come along with that. I don't want the criticism that comes along with that, the drama. And so that leads me into the drama. At the time that I started watching YouTube, there were very few collabs. There were very few collabs with brands, and that was just getting started. And there were definitely not influencer beauty lines yet, or, beauty brands yet. And so, all of that seemed like something I would want to do. The only people that I knew had beauty brand collabs, Coffee Break with Danny, I know, did one with ColourPop, and I remember when Kathleen Lights did, and I thought, oh my gosh, that's so exciting, I would totally want to do that. And now I'm like, I don't think I would want to do that now. It's so funny how things have changed, because I don't know, like, I just don't want to be under the scrutiny of everybody. I don't want everybody's opinion on me and all those things. I haven't. I'm going to use my old school stuff. I'm actually going to wait, Marlo, until I'm going to do a get ready with me with my like, I'm going to make a birthday video. And I can't wait to use it. It's been sitting there and I keep being tempted, but I'm like, no, I'm going to use this. I'm going to make a video. You guys know there's always a video. Always wait for the video. So, anyway, Marlo got me this Fenty powder I've been wanting for a long time for my birthday, and so it's been sitting there looking all beautiful, and I want to touch it, but, I'll be patient and wait for the video. And since I'm going on my birthday shopping extravaganza on Saturday, obviously I'm going to wait to make the video till after that. Okay, color correction with the Tarte CC, whatever this is called. Under Eye Concealer Corrector. It's funny because whenever I'm talking to you guys, I do such a cruddy job on my makeup because I'm paying attention to what you're talking about. But, like, there wasn't a cancel culture. People were actually still kind of encouraging and supportive of one another, and it wasn't cutthroat, and people weren't trying to get ahead or getting a leg up on the other person. It wasn't like that. I'm going to use Tarte Shape Tape. It just wasn't like that. And I'm sad that it's not like that. And whenever I first started, the thing that you were going for was 10,000 views. That's how you got monetized. So that was my goal, 10,000 views. And so I have all kinds of crazy monkey business. The whole Jackson family has joined my face again, and I am over it. So let me conceal all this business real quick. But so I was shooting so hardcore for 10,000 views, and I was so excited. And guys, honest to God, I was probably 2 100, probably 200 views away from 10,000 when they did that big algorithm change and changed all the rules and said we had to have 4,000 hours and all that stuff. Hey, Becky. Mwah. And I was so discouraged and upset when that happened. Because I was so close to what I thought I was shooting for, and then they're like, it's like running a race and getting within steps of the finish line and then them moving the finish line 2 more miles away, you know? So it was super discouraging and it really made me mad. And I think a lot of those, like I am a creator and all those things came from that because people felt like they had to come back with some kind of remedy for that so that we could actually do what we were shooting to do. And I think that they're going to do it to us again. I think we really got cut off at the knees, and I was super discouraged. I almost wanted to stop. And I was most upset for people who had gotten monetized and they lost their monetization because of that, and they had to get it again. I felt so sorry for them, and I was mad for them. I was like, this is so not right for people to, you know, work so hard to get to that milestone, and then they're like, just kidding. So that was super discouraging, but, you know, I always try to look for the silver lining in things, and I really feel like, you know, that brought out people's true colors and character. Like people, like I went to war. I went to war for my people. And I started, you know, encouraging people to make playlists where I could go run their playlist and try to help them with watch time. And we all started doing lives for the sake of getting watch time because you get so much on a live. And we got to know each other. And I think that was a really good part of that. I think that's the silver lining of that, is that we ended up, you know, that's how I got to know Lori. That's how I got to know lots of people. Well, I can try to do that again for you, Courtney, someday, whenever I'm not in the middle of a live, obviously. And so I'm glad, you know, that we got to know each other, but it also brought out a lot of people's true colors, and they ended up, you know, hating on each other, trying to sabotage each other, you know, trying to one-up each other. That's one thing I do like about this sponge. I love this flat thing. Marlo, are you watching? Because I'm getting ready to powder the heck out of myself so you can sit here and cringe. Ha ha. But we got to know each other, and it was good. And I met a lot of good friends, but it also started competition between people, and it caused some people to act, I guess, in their true nature that I didn't know was there, and I had to change. It changed my opinion of some people, and that was unfortunate. But anyway, I think they're going to do it to us again. But for me, I still feel this way, that I feel like it's almost impossible to grow. And I feel like it's super not fair that they mess with our subs. Like, I don't think it's fair. I didn't really intend for this to be a rant, but it's going to be. I didn't intend to sit here and gripe the whole time, but I'm going to. I really don't think that there's much of an opportunity to grow. And I think that every time we start to make some momentum, they do something else. I was steadily growing for about 6 months, and I really thought that that I would continue to grow. And they started unsubbing people, like coming through and taking people's subs away whenever somebody was inactive. And it's like, I don't know about you guys, and here comes Sassy Pants, so just letting you know, here comes Miss Thing. Don't unsub me from somebody. Hi, Nicole, I didn't see you come in. Don't unsub me from somebody. It's not your choice to unsub me from somebody. It's my choice to unsub me from somebody. I don't like that. And a big reason I don't like that is just because I don't like and comment everything doesn't mean that I'm not watching. I watch, now that I have YouTube on my Dish network, I watch a ton of videos in my bed, so I can't comment. And I just kind of, like I watch it when I wake up in the morning, I watch it before I go to bed, and I don't comment. And sometimes I'm half asleep, so I don't like it, but that doesn't mean I'm not watching somebody. And I don't like that they go through and unsub people, because like you'll steadily make it, let's say you make 10 subs, and then a week later they're all gone and you're going backwards. And I have literally not grown more than 10 subs in probably the last 6 months. Okay, Nicole, it's good to see you. Maybe you can put it on closed caption and read me. I'm going to go in with Butter Bronzer. I have, in my old school Real Techniques multi-purpose brush. I'm just going to take a look over here and see. Right? Becky's always, I always have something on my TV going. But, you know, I actually support people. And I actually watch the people that I say that I watch. I got a deeper color of this. I'm getting the regular one. What I'd like to do with Butter Bronzer now is use this darker one to kind of mini contour and then go back with the lighter shade and blend it all out. But I don't like that they unsub from people. It just cuts us off at the knees. I feel like they, you know, and this, here's some tea for you. I was watching Peter Mon, and he said that a whole bunch of people have been telling him that they unsubbed from James Charles, and then when they went to check his like return video, that they were subbed again and they did not do it. Okay? That's some crap. That there are certain people that they're going to bat for and that they're allowing to. I remember what I did. I took this down. You guys will have to deal with the light on my face, but it's not like you're not used to that. That's not fair that they promote and go to bat for people, especially, I mean, and I know I'm not stupid. They are making money off of these people, and that's the reason why this happens. But if they keep cutting us off at the knees and they don't do anything to promote us and help us get our names out there, how in the world will we ever get to that status? We never would. And so, like, I'm tired of people acting a fool and people doing crappy things to each other and people just not being good human beings, and they're benefiting from it. That makes me mad. Yeah, you can't watch everybody. But there are people that I don't miss, and you guys know who you are. You know I watch your videos. And if not every single, I mean, there are people that I watch every single one. I mean, no matter what it is, for whatever reason, I watch every video. And then there are other people that I really like that sometimes I won't watch them immediately, but I'll go through and just do like a little spree and watch like 10 videos in a row. You know, that's how I do it whenever I have the time. Obviously now I have the time to do it because I'm not in school. But anyway, I am so done with this this butt ton of crap that keeps happening to us in regard to subs. I also didn't like that we went through and they went through and unchecked notifications and like did monkey business with our notifications. I don't know half the time when my friends, like, the only reason I know that they have uploaded a video is I go to their channel and check. And every single time I go to their channel, their bell is unchecked. Hey, Manders, thank you. What is that? That kind of stuff is what makes me super unhappy. And I don't, like, as far as the changes that I've seen since I've been here, I don't feel like there's a very good opportunity for us to grow here anymore. And that's really unfortunate because there are so many talented people, so many really cool people that aren't getting any recognition, aren't getting any, promotion. Awesome, Lori. I have been doing that the entire time. I don't sit there and advertise it. I'm not like some kind of saint. But when I'm not using my computer, I have somebody rolling. I've been doing that since they changed things. And the reason I clean people out, I'm not that person who goes and subs to somebody and then gets mad or doesn't, just is being mean and goes back and unsubs. I don't do that. But I had to go through my list and, you know, for a while there, I was trying to support people. So I was subbing to gaming channels and stuff like that. Well, I'm never going to watch that. And gaming channels, they upload a lot. And so it was filling up my feed and it was keeping me from seeing what I was wanting to watch. So I went through and cleaned it out and I didn't feel good about it. I didn't feel good about taking my sub away from somebody else. But I'm like, I'm not ever going to see the videos that I do want to watch if I don't get some of this, stuff out of the way. Right, on your phone. I think you can do lives on like on a laptop or something like that. I don't think that's right either, because I'm using Instain by the Balm. Am I wrong on that, you guys? I think you can do lives on a computer, but not on a phone. Yeah. So that's, at least you have a way, but not everybody has laptops. I'm going to go in with the Milani. Actually, what did I not pull? I didn't pull I can't even remember what highlighter I used in that video. I didn't pull it, and I can't look on my phone. Oh, I know where I can look. On my computer here. But thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you coming in. And you guys, I'm apologizing. If you've asked me questions and I missed it, I'm sorry. And Sherry, don't leave because I'm on a rant. I'll talk about positive things very soon. I promise. Don't leave because I'm griping. I'm really not that griper. I'm really not. But when I get started, I just tend to keep going. But that's another way to cut people off at the knees, and I feel sorry for people that can't get started, and also keeps really good people from starting channels because they're like, why? Nobody's gonna see me anyway. And so I try really hard to promote people. I try to I link cards, I put people in my description box, I have featured people on my main page for people to go check out. In my beauty group on YouTube, on Facebook, if I see a really good video, I put it there because I want them to be noticed. I try to help people get noticed and get some recognition. Hi, Jasmine. Okay, let me check on my little list here and see. Oh, of course it's not here. I'm just going to use, I don't know what highlighter I'm going to use. Let's see. How about Whisper of Guilt by MAC? Because that is a really old school one. Right on. Thank you, Marlo. And so, anyway, I can't say that I have enjoyed the changes that have taken place, but it is what it is, and we roll with the punches, and we do the best, and hopefully, somewhere in there there'll be a video that gets noticed. Maybe you get a viral video. You never know what it's going to be, because you never know what YouTube's going to promote and what they're not, but it seems like people that are behaving badly are really getting rewarded for behaving badly, and that's unfortunate, I think, because I think there are so many really cool people, and I wish that that YouTube just went back to its roots. It didn't used to be this way. There didn't used to be these kind of opportunities that cause people to act crazy and, the drama. And I have to admit, I watch it. I'm sorry, I'm dealing with little hairs. Oh, the hairs. Every time I say hairs now, I immediately think of the lipsticks. Um, and I'm still dealing with the hairs. My kitties both like to be kissed on the head, so they put their head back for me to kiss them on the head, and then I end up with cat hair all over my face. I'm gonna do my eyebrows. I use the same exact thing that I've been using forever because it works for me, and that's the NYX Micro Brow and the Brow Envy powders and the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. What time is it? 12:36. I'm doing good. At least I have partially have my face on. Yeah. And Lori and Marlo and everybody, I'm sure everybody has felt this way. There have been times, especially in these 2 years. I mean, for 2 years, for an entire year and a half, I did 3 videos a week. And then for the last 6 months prior to my summer break, I changed it to 2 videos a month. And every once in a while, I will say, why am I doing this? Why am I spending all this time? Because you guys know it is super time consuming. It is, you know, it is so much time. There is so much time that is spent. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm trying to get back on this live, my own live, so I can see your comments. So much stuff that you do, so much money that you spend. And sometimes you think, why am I doing this? And of course, I buy this stuff because I want it. But there are things, I'm sure you all have bought things just for the sake of reviewing it or just for the sake of using it on your channel. Thank you so much, Alien. I appreciate that. And yeah, it's like, it's not that I don't, ever watch anything besides makeup videos, but when my time is limited, obviously I'm going to go to what I'm drawn to and what I'm interested in. And yeah, Adpocalypse, I forgot that's what they called it. But every once in a while I just say, why am I doing this? Because I have a very full life. I have a full-time job as a teacher. For at different times, I'm a transcriptionist as well. I do makeup for weddings and prom and stuff like that occasionally. But my husband has a chronic illness. I have a chronic illness. I have 2 cats. I have aging parents. I have a lot of responsibilities and obligations in my life, and there are times that I am super worn out, and I think, why am I spending all my time doing this? I don't think that very often, because obviously I enjoy it. Obviously it's my passion. Obviously I love interacting with you guys, and it's my happy place and my joy. But when I get really time crunched and really strung out and I have too many irons in the fire, sometimes I think, why am I doing this? And I can't let go of it. Like, I took a break it was going to be a week, and it ended up being 2 weeks, and I was like, man, it was nice to not have to worry about it for a while. Not gonna lie. Hey, Krista. Beast, beast, beast. I love that. If you guys don't, and I promote bigger YouTubers too, but if you guys don't watch Peter Mon, he is the funniest thing ever. And that's where that beast thing came from. He always flips the fan and goes, beast. And he is a drama channel, but he also has a book channel, and he also has a vlog channel, and he also has a review channel. He's got 5 channels, but he is hysterically funny, but he's also a really cool guy, really funny, and he's very endearing. So if you don't watch Peter Mon, go watch him, because he is. The other day, his intro, he was like doing a little parody type thing about the lipsticks, and I laughed so hard that I was crying. It was so funny. I was trying to tell Marlo about it, And I couldn't even get it out because I was laughing so hard. I'm like, you have to go watch this. This is the funniest thing ever. And he's one of those guys that like he just talks about stuff, and then in his commentary, he just says the funniest little offhanded comments, and it's hysterical. I love him. And I'm glad he's getting some recognition. But it's like with drama channels, it's at the expense of someone else, and so I don't know. I have mixed reviews about that as well. Um, as far as having clout because you're speculating on somebody else's life. So I'm not like, obviously, I mean, on the Jaclyn Hill stuff, of course I was paying attention. I didn't buy any, and it was really, um, I cannot talk and do my eyebrows at the same time. Um, with the James Charles and I mean, I watched that because I want to know what's going on. And with the Jaclyn Hill thing, I didn't buy the lipsticks, but it was not on purpose. Usually I have to set alarms for myself because, I'm 58. Private joke. I just turned 48. And I have a lot of things that take up my brain space, and I push other things out that aren't as important, and I just missed the launch. And now I'm really glad that I did. I'm going to take just a second to catch up on what you guys are saying. How are you today, Krista? Hey, Lou, how are you? Um, I just really, I don't know. I have been a Jaclyn Hill fan. I want to pull for her still. It's so stupid because, I don't know. I was going to get one of the trios, and I'm so glad I didn't because I would be fighting with customer service right now trying to get a refund, and the fact that they're contaminated, I have no doubt they're contaminated. I'm excited because I found this girl her name is Kenna, I think, and she's from Canada, and she's a biochemist, and she bought the lipsticks and she examined them, and she is going to have them tested, and I can't wait to see her results because I want to know. And she's also got videos where she's talking about, the business and the industry and the lab part of it, because she works in development and she works in a lab and she knows what's required. And of course, she's in Canada, but I can't imagine that. Thank you, Lou. I'm doing well. Um, I can't imagine that they're that different in Canada and the United States. But there's a whole bunch. I mean, she basically straight up said that it is unheard of to have the same batch code on every shade. Like, she's like, that alone is alarming. That alone is alarming. But I really believe that she is going to get sued. Like, I believe she is straight up going to get sued, and I don't mean one time. Like, I think that she is going to get sued. Somebody's going to have an infection. Somebody's going to have a large hospital bill. Somebody with a compromised immune system is going to get really sick. And yeah, I really like that video, Courtney. And I appreciated that these people were coming out and speaking on it, and they did not want to drag Jaclyn, and they didn't. They did it as respectfully as they could, and that's with Christy and Shay and Nakia and all those people that spoke on it. I'm so glad that they did. And poor Marlena, everybody is, saying terrible things, and she's getting blown up over this stuff, but like, I appreciated her. She said she was going to leave YouTube. I'm like, don't leave YouTube. Like, you're the only voice of reason here. how can they, how am I going to, I can't get this out. How can they say they're going to sue somebody for taking a product that they purchased and going and testing it to see if it's safe for themselves? I mean, obviously I'm not a lawyer, but I don't see how anybody could tell you that you can't do that. I mean, was it illegal for Christy to put it under a microscope? Is that illegal too? Yeah, they're probably just trying to scare them. You're right. But that's some crap. I can't use any of the, even the little, I can't come up with the word. My little abbreviations for things that I say. Can't even say them on here, but that's some, that's some bunk. But anyway, I think I have some eyebrows on. Oh my gosh. It's so hard to do eyebrows when you're talking. Ah. But they're on. Sort of. Oh my gosh. I just can't imagine that they're not going to get sued from somebody. And honestly, if they knowingly put that product out into the world, and in my opinion, I do not know how she couldn't have known. And if she didn't know, like if she legit didn't know, then she's trusting some people she shouldn't be trusting. And I'm telling you what, guys, if it was me and it was my brand, I would not, like, I would be in every stage of development, every stage of production, every stage of, like, there would be nothing happening that I didn't know about. And if you're that inattentive and you're trusting somebody else with something that you're putting your name on, that's really not wise. Yeah, definitely send it to somebody who needs to know. What tea? What tea? I'm lost, if there is any. Um, and you know what, Lou? This is the first time that I am not intrigued by that collection. I think because I have that Flower Bomb by Midas, and I have the Riviera, and I have the Alyssa Edwards, and they're all those kind of colorful, have those kind of shades, and I feel like it would just be overkill with those kind of shades. I like it. If I did get anything, I would probably get that mini. But it's Friday, and I think I'm more interested in going and buying what's on my wish list. But I really did want some of the Jacqueline lipsticks. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted them. I love nudes. I love nudes. So, YouTube has changed YouTube has changed. And it has opened my eyes to, like, the worst part of humanity, and it has opened my eyes to the absolute best part of humanity, because I have met some of the most beautiful people, and a lot of you are in here right now. I have met some of the most beautiful people. I've also met people that have taught me lessons that I needed to be taught, about who that I allow into my inner circle, about who I allow into my actual private life outside of YouTube. That you can't always take what you see at face value. People show you what they want to show you. I think I'm a good judge of character, and so I don't make those kind of mistakes often, but I do. I make those kind of mistakes, and then I'm disappointed in those people, and disappointed in myself for buying it, It's like, man, there's been some people that I have met on YouTube that were just absolute train wrecks. And when I first met them, I had no idea. Oh, I mean, I am not at all disillusioned to the fact that Marlena is going to benefit from it. But I also believe that Makeup Geek is an awesome brand, and they do. I hope that, I know she's rebranding. I hope they come back on the scene in a big way, because some of, every Z palette that I have is basically full of Makeup Geek. I have to admit though that, like, I've been bored. I've been bored with the stuff that she's brought out. If she wants to know, I've been bored. It's been, I mean, speaking of nudes, that's all it's been, is a bunch of nudes, and I want something different. Like, honestly, I want from her foundation and concealer. Well, now we know why that hasn't happened. She showed the samples with, the problems, so she didn't bring them out, which is what you should do if something isn't right. You're right, Krista. It doesn't matter if they're contaminated. The fact is, and here's the thing, I don't know how they could not be contaminated. There are foreign things in the formula, in the lipstick. There are foreign ingredients. I can't come up with the word. There are things in there that are not supposed to be there. And so that's contaminant. That's what contamination means, is that something is in something that's not supposed to be there. And um, we would not eat something that had a big honking black hair hanging out in it, or had some funky spore looking stuff coming in. We wouldn't eat it, so why would we put it on our lips? Yeah, I have a very small circle, and it's very intentional, because whenever I give somebody my heart, I give it to them completely, and I can get hurt really easily. Yeah, I don't understand why people put themselves in debt. I mean, I can say I understand it, because I used to be that person that was always, FOMO, fear of missing out, right? I'm going to miss out on something. I have to buy every launch. I have to buy every collab. I have to, now I'm going to use the Milani eyeshadow primer. Now I check it against my collection. I don't buy things that are super similar to each other. Um, I have a big collection, so I check it against my collection. I mean, and I'm with you, Nicole. I really believe that those lipsticks, I mean, this is my theory about what I really think happened. I think those lipsticks were manufactured a long time ago. And I think the formula, I mean, from the beginning, maybe it was something really good. And maybe it was a really good formula, and maybe it was, whenever it was first made. But if it sat in a warehouse for several years, that's what's going to happen. Stuff's going to grow. Stuff's going to happen. It's just like you pull out your oldest lipstick that you have, which mine's probably like 5 years old, and it's, I mean, yuck, stuff can happen. I guarantee you, your oldest lipstick doesn't look like your newest one. But I think it was old. Yeah, you're right. And I was on my second channel. I did another church chat with my friend Becky. I think she's still here, and we were talking about whenever somebody's hurtful, like when you're young, you think, oh, that person's a terrible person, or that person's just trying to be ugly and hateful to me, and all those things. But then now, as an adult, as a 58-year-old, LOL, I understand that people who are hateful and ugly to other people, it ordinarily comes from a place of deep insecurity on their side of things, or, a place in their life where they're super broken. And it's sad when they don't know it, because when they're in denial about it, they can't do anything to fix it, or they refuse to. Yeah, I bet it has, Nicole. I'm missing something. Yeah, I agree, Lori. It's really none of my business what other people spend their money on. But I hope that people have enough sense and time to not spend money that they don't have and put themselves in debt behind some makeup. I mean, I'll admit I use like Afterpay and use like makeup layaway type those type of things whenever I don't have the actual money. But I don't do that 14 times in a row. You know, like I buy a few things on Beautylish, I pay it off. You know, I wait. I like to have Beautylish available for things like Jeffree Star lunches or whatever it is that I'm gonna get at Beautylish. I like to have those options where I can buy things and pay it off in 2 or 3 months. So I do that. Um, yeah, I love the blue blood. I need to get it out. I wasn't interested in the alien palette either. And what do you mean, put it on others? It's no longer your money. I'm confused about that. Yeah, and that's what I was saying, Courtney. People only show you what they want to show you, and obviously we want to show each other. We want to show the world our best self. But that's what my second channel is about. Like I'm to that point where I just feel like I need to talk about what's on my heart and be transparent, because that's when I really connect with other people. That's when I really connect with other people is whenever I'm um, they're transparent about their struggles, because I think so many people feel like they're alone in the world, and I hate that. And that's what I was talking about on in my first church chat is like that's whenever people ask me what breaks my heart, that's what breaks my heart is people who feel like they're alone in the world, because I felt that way so many times, and so I don't ever want anybody to feel like they're by themselves and like they don't have anywhere to turn. And so for me, I think being transparent and sharing your struggles with people is a powerful thing, because people can relate to you and it can let them into your heart and you into their heart, and start dialogues that need to be happening. Start conversations like this one that need to be happening. Let me keep reading here. Oh, I gotcha. Lou. Yeah. You know, even in my own family, there's been situations like that where, God bless my parents. They're such generous and wonderful people. But, there are times when you got to take up your cross and carry it yourself. Okay, so the palettes that I used in my first video were the Urban Decay Ultimate, Naked Ultimate Basics, and the Modern Renaissance. And so, it's sad to me, because I really believe that whenever parents are good parents and they spend their life dedicated to you as your parents, and they give you a good life and they try to help you with education, and they try to make sure that you have a good start in life, and then you're 45 years old living in their basement and they're still having to support you. I think in the golden years with families, I think at that point, those two parents need to be able to enjoy themselves with each other. And those two parents should, I feel sorry and thank God they do, but I feel sorry for grandparents that are having to raise their grandbabies, because they did their time with their children, and I don't think they should have to, like, I can't tell you how many times in my teaching life that there's all, like, probably out of a 20-person class, I'll have 5 sets of grandparents raising their kids or their grandkids, and I feel sorry, because it's like they always look so tired. It's like they're in their 60s and 70s and they're starting over with little babies, and it's like so many times those same kids that are telling me about, that I know they live with their grandparents, are telling me about more babies that are born by their mom that's not raising them. And it's like, oh my gosh. I think it's so sad. And like I said, I appreciate that they're willing to do that for their grandkids. I still feel so sorry that they don't get to have their golden years to themselves. They don't get to use that time they earned. I know the 30-year-old who sued his parents for kicking him out because he said that he didn't ask to be born. That was his basis for the lawsuit, is that he was not asked permission to be born. Therefore, they are responsible to pay his bills and take care of him for the rest of his life. Are you flipping kidding me? Get out of here with that. Get out of here with that. Are you flipping kidding me? Okay. So, all these naked basics. I'm not going to try to recreate the look that I did on that video because it wasn't ugly, but it wasn't anything fantastic. So, I'm just going to see what inspires me. I almost kind of feel like I want to do something kind of cool today, which is weird because I always want to do something warm. And so, like I said, even in my own family, I have seen that happen so many times where, you know, these people just keep having babies, and then before you know it, they take care of them for a few months, and before you know it, the grandparent has it. And that's super sad to me that people don't get to live their own lives. And they do their time with their kids, and then they end up having to raise their grandkids too. I just don't think it's fair. And obviously I'm not being judgmental. I am being judgmental, but obviously, there are circumstances where things happen to those people, and it's not just because they're lazy, it's because they don't have any other option. I understand, I'm not discounting that there are reasons that happened that are legit. But I just feel sorry. I've seen it a lot in my own family where these, grandparents, they just look so dang tired, like, oh my gosh, I can't, I don't have the freedom to do what I plan to do in my older years because I'm raising everybody else's babies. And, I was a late bloomer. I can't even say, I was a late bloomer. I know it'd be hard to believe, you guys, but I was super socially anxious. College was really hard for me because I just didn't like being around people. Like, I was super self-conscious, super, worried about what everybody was thinking about me, and going to class made me super anxious. I hated every minute of it. I'm going to be honest. I flippin' hated every minute of college. But one of those things that my dad, and I love him with all my heart for this, because now as a 58-year-old, now as a almost 50-year-old, I am so thankful to him for not budging on the fact that I was going to get an education, and he didn't care if I wanted to or not, to be honest. And I'm glad that he forced me to, I'm glad that expectation, it's not like he sat there and said, okay, we're going to disown you if you stop going to college. But it was more like, it was an unspoken requirement of our family that we were going to have a degree. And I'm really glad that he did that, because I probably would have given up if I felt like if I hadn't felt like I was going to disappoint him. I would have given up, because I hated every minute of it. I hated it. It was terrible. It took me 10 years to graduate from college, because in the middle of going to school, I got married and became a step parent and had a 3 and a 5-year-old at home. And so for several years, I only took 3 or 6 hours. And so, anyways, all that to say, my dad said, I don't ever want you to be dependent on a man. I don't ever want you to stay in a bad relationship because you are financially dependent on a man. I want you to have your own way to make a living for yourself, so that no matter what, you're in a relationship because you love that person, not because you're financially obligated to do it, because otherwise you don't have your own, way to support yourself. I don't ever want you to be dependent on a man. And I think a lot of his, reason for feeling that way is our family, because there's been a lot of relationships where they were super dysfunctional and, even abusive, where the woman stayed because she had no skills, she had no degree, no way to make a living, and so they, you just don't have any choice but to stay because, you know, that's your bread and butter. And so you just take it because you don't have any other options. Let me catch up on the reading. So, okay. So, like I said, I'm not meaning to be judgmental or hurt anybody's feelings. This is just from my own, you know, experiences in life that I just don't even know how I even got there. I am using the Urban Decay Naked Basic, Ultimate Basics, and I'm basically going down this row, but these are kind of cool, and so I think I'm going to use maybe this bluish color and maybe a little bit of black. I don't know what's going to happen. What time is it? I'm doing good. I wanted to limit this to 2 hours. Oh, you're fine. I'm also using the brushes, and I haven't had these Morphe brushes forever. But I'm going down the line with the colors, and I'm going down the line with the size of the brushes, and just kind of doing a color gradient down the row here. I don't know what I'm going to come up with. I don't have to look super fancy today. But anyway, I really hope that, all to go back to the initial conversation, I really hope that YouTube goes back to its beginnings, where people just get on camera and do their thing and do it because they enjoy it, and it's not about marketing and it's not about making money. And if it happens authentically, you know, if you end up getting, you know, some endorsements or some sponsorships where you know, have a product or a company that you believe in, that you work with, I think that's super awesome. And I would be super choosy about stuff like that. It would really have to be a company and a product that I believed in. But I think it's good that people have an opportunity. And like I've said from the beginning, I don't ever, you know, I never came into this about being famous, and I never came into this about making a bunch of money. But I do wish that I made enough money to finance buying stuff for my channel. Like, I wish that, I mean, let's say YouTube paid me a couple $100 a month, and that would give me a little bit of, you know, income to invest back into my channel. I do wish that were the case. And maybe it will be someday, you know. I get super impatient, but I also am willing to pay my dues to get there. And if you really look at the people who are successful on YouTube, the ones that are successful because they've paid their dues, they've been here 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years. You know, they've been here for a long time. So why would I think that that would happen for me in a shorter amount of time? And so I do have to check myself on occasion and say, remember, you're doing this because you enjoy it. You're doing this because you love it. You're doing this because it's your passion and it's your artistic expression and you enjoy it. And my friend Sabrina, you know, said that to me once whenever I was feeling super frustrated about no growth. She's like, go back to when it was fun, Sherry. Go back and do some videos just for the sake of having fun with makeup. Or don't even film it. Just sit down with your makeup and have fun with it. And remember why you liked it, and remember why, you know, this whole love affair with makeup and YouTube, remember where it started and how you got to where you are. And it'll change, you know, your perspective. And if you change your perspective, then you won't feel like such an urgency for growth. But I will admit, I definitely want to grow. Like, you put so much effort and time and money and all the things into the channel. You want it to grow. You have goals for yourself. You want to reach them. Unfortunately, on YouTube, it's not about how hard you work, and it's not about, it has a lot to do with support from other people, and you have no control over that. And so you either, you know, deal with it and learn to live with it, or you don't. Um, yes, I would definitely love some free makeup. I'm all about the PR. I will take PR, yes, indeed. My birthday was awesome, Lou. It was on a Friday, which was cool, because Becky and I go shopping on Fridays, and so we went and I forgot to have the drink. I was gonna have a drink, but I didn't. We went to Pie Five. My dad gave me this coupon for buy one get one free, and we got these awesome pizzas. And you guys know I've been doing like a modified keto diet for almost 2 years now, and so I don't just eat the carbs. So when I eat the carbs, it's like a big deal. And I hadn't had pizza in probably a year, and it was so good. It was so flipping good. If Becky's still here, how good was it, Becky? It was so flipping good. And I mean, I love pizza. It's one of my favorite foods. And so not having it for so long, it made it super special. So that was my birthday dinner. We were gonna I cleaned out my refrigerator, my freezer that day, and I found a pre-made frozen pina colada, and I was like, I'm gonna drink that. I didn't, but I was going to. I think I'm gonna put this blue. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use the burgundy to darken out my outer corner. But okay, brush. I think I'm gonna put that blue on the lower lash line. And so then, I'm trying to think what else I did. Marlo made me that really cool video. That was the funniest thing ever. I laughed, belly laughed until my ribs were hurting. It was the funniest thing, especially the powder part. I laughed so hard. And then, of course, the shopping extravaganza. So my birthday is not done yet. I'm gonna take something from the Book of Marlowe and celebrate my birthday all month. But yeah, I got myself a chaise lounge. It's teal and it's beautiful because I have my house. My walls are tan, and I have I'm gonna get my little pineapple mirror. I love Mr. Pineapple Head. It's been in a box. I bought it in March or April, I think. And I bought it because the chair that I have in my living room now is thrashed by my Boo Bear's claws. And I wasn't going to bring any more, furniture into the house for him to destroy. So it's been sitting in a box in my office. And imagine the size of the box of a chaise lounger. Anyways, it's teal. It's going to bring some really nice color because all the rest of my furniture is brown and tan. And so it's going to be a really pretty pop of color. And I have, lots of physical issues. And the one that's in there now is a recliner. And I have trouble pushing it down with my legs. And I feel like I'm killing myself every time I try to get out of it. So I'm really excited about that. So that's like a birthday present. But we have to wait until our kitties are getting along and all that. I know. Krista sent me like 14 text messages. She sent me videos that have my name in it. She sent me kitty cat videos. She sent me super sexy dancy men. Marlo also made me one of those jib jab videos with my face, and it was getting jiggy with it. Oh my god, it was so funny. It was so funny to see my face doing the getting jiggy with it dance. I kind of like this. Is like a slate kind of grayish blue. It's pretty. So yes, I felt super special on my birthday. People were so nice and sweet, and I always appreciate it. I always tell people it's not about presents and all that stuff. It's just about being acknowledged, and I really appreciate that people took the time to do all the things. Becky made me a little picture collage of all of the, of our time together. It was mostly from concerts, but and my daughter did the same thing, and that was so sweet. All these pictures of us together and things that we did together, and that was just super sweet. And my mom gave me $100 for my shopping extravaganza, so that's always helpful. I also have I still have a $50 Ulta card from one of my colleagues. I did her daughter's makeup, and the bridesmaid and the bride, I did their makeup for their wedding, and of course it was my gift to them, and so I refused to take any money. I didn't want to be paid for it. I just wanted to do it because I love them, and so they insisted on giving me something, obviously. And so I have saved that since spring break. Can you believe it? I saved a $50 card to Ulta for how many months? March, April, May, June, 3 or 4 months I saved it and didn't spend it. Oh my gosh, how much restraint did I show you guys? And so, yeah. But I'm excited about, I've always said I'm in it for the long haul in regard to YouTube, and I really am in it for the long haul. I want to be here for a long time. Excuse me, and I want to grow and evolve and, you know, be creative and come up with neat things that hopefully are interesting to other people. And even if it's not, it's interesting to me. Thank you so much. I laughed so hard. I laughed so hard. I was trying not to wake up my husband. I was listening to it on earphones, and I flippin' belly laughed. I can't remember who I said this to, probably Marlo. But you know how sometimes whenever you just go into a full-on belly laugh, you realize that it has been a really long time since you've laughed that hard, or just been overtaken with laughter. After that, I was like, man, I haven't laughed like that in a really long time. So I think I'm pretty much done with my eyes. I'm going to take one of these amber colored browns and blend out this blue underneath my eye. But yeah, I'm just doing an everyday kind of thing here. But yes, I really appreciate. I'm that person who makes a big deal out of other people's birthdays. And so it always makes me feel really happy when people do the same. And like I said, it's not about the presents or anything like that. It's just the fact that people take the time to acknowledge you and tell you good things about yourself, and I appreciate that. I appreciate the thought for sure in people's busy lives. Okay, that's all I'm doing. But you guys know I'm gonna put on some. Actually, I'm not done. I'm gonna use Vermeer out of the Modern Renaissance. All right, Krista. I know I was laughing because I was really dragging on Marlo about how she reminds people it's her birthday for 897 times. And so I started doing that too. And I was like, people are going to think I'm like, people who don't know me, I'm like, they're going to think I am just like begging people for presents. And I was like, that's really wasn't at all what it was about. I was really dragging on that look. But I really need to get a new Modern Renaissance because I do not know. And I'm so mad at myself for not buying it when it was on sale that one time. Because the Venetian red is broken, and you know when something breaks, it just keeps on chunking off. I hate that. But I am going to put this Vermeer. But no, it's not just another day. It's the day God brought you into this world. That makes it a super important day. It's not just another day. Not for me. And for me, it's always like a time to reflect on the year and how things, changed, how they stayed the same, the revelations that, came to pass, and the ways that you grew and the ways that you evolved and changed. I think it's a really good time to reflect on your life and yourself and all that jazz. Ooh, I love this color Vermeer in the Modern Renaissance. It's so perfect. It's just perfection for inner corner. I can't tell you how many times I pulled this palette just to put that on my inner corner. Aw, Sherry, no it's not. Aw, Sherry, no it's not. I don't feel that way about anybody's birthday. I think the day God chose to bring you into this world is a significant day. And like I said, it doesn't have to be some big production. I just appreciate people acknowledging it. Okay, that's all I'm doing. Is it because you don't want to have presents? Because like I tell people all the time, no presents, and they give me presents anyway. Okay, you guys, I'm not even kidding. In the next, I will say in the next 2 weeks, my parents are going to be going out of town, and so I'm going to house sit and dog sit and take care of my dad's garden and all this stuff. So I have like 2 weeks before things are going to be closing in on me time-wise. And so I am going to Marie Kondo my collection, and I'm not even kidding. I am going to Marie Kondo my collection. I am going to take every drawer, every organizer, everything, and I'm going to dump it all on my bed, and I'm going to reorganize my drawers, my Alex drawers, because I have two 5 drawers on underneath here, and then I've got the 2 9 drawers, and I really don't feel like I'm utilizing them. I need to shake out my hair. My hair is a fuzzy afro, and if you never saw it in its natural state, I have a fuzzy afro. And it's sort of curly, and it's real curly back here. I got a nappy kitchen back here. It's kind of curly, but kind of wavy. And yeah, I have to put 875 products in it for it to do anything. So it's probably just now getting dry, and so I'm going to go ahead and put some dry texture spray in it and then put it back again. And so yeah, I got this in Boxy Lux, I think. It smells delicious. Oh my gosh, I would spray it in my hair just so my hair smelled like this. Boy, that has a super strong sprayer. You want me to do a glamour shot? Like Marlon? I can't because my hair looks like a rat's nest. I can't even try to do a sexy glamour shot. It looks crazy. I just wanted to put the texture spray in here, and then I'm putting it back again. Erica's here. Hi, pretty lady. But yes, I'm putting it back again because I need to have it out of my face. And so I can do my eyeliner. You guys get to see my sexy arms that I never show anybody. My bat wings. Okay. Wing time, which means I will not be talking because I cannot do the wing and talk at the same time. I apparently didn't blend this after I put the shimmer on. So there we go. Speaking of Dragon Marlowe, what's up with the skincare video? Thank you, Erica. I want you to come back. Is what I want. I want you to come back and do videos. Thank you, Sherry. Okay, so I'm going to use Trooper Tattoo. What the heck is this called? Kat Von D Tattoo. Kat Von D Tattoo Trooper Black Eyeliner. Bye, Courtney. Have a great day. Hi, Amy. How are you? Thank you. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to use Roller Lash, and I'm going to use Lash Accelerator by Rimmel on the bottom lashes. I have no idea what lashes I'm going to use. Back in the day, and it was a Wednesday, I don't know what eyelashes I'm going to use. I really kind of don't want to put on eyelashes. Oh, traffic court. Yuck. Thank you, Sherry. I'm glad you did stop by, Amy. Thank you so much. I sure did with the skincare video. Yes, indeed. I'm going to curl my eyelashes, and I really think I'm just gonna use my primer. I don't feel like putting on eyelashes today. I don't. So I'm not going to. So I'm gonna curl these babies up and put some, you guys, this lash primer I got, and I think I got it in a test tube subscription, which I don't have anymore. So there's one I don't have. Marlo. And so I'm gonna curl these up, and then I'm gonna go to the restroom. Because I have like a coffee and tea here, and yeah, I need to go to the restroom. So you guys can say all the things about me while I'm gone. All the things. But this stuff really does, I have no eyelashes. And if I curl them, I can sort of see them. But if I use this primer, it really does. Seriously? I'm getting real good at picking up things with my toes. Just saying. I don't think we're going to, Jasmine. Chanel what? Okay, Lou, I'm going to name them off to you. I have actually stopped some of them. Boxy Luxe and Ipsy Plus. I have that Glamour Jewelry box subscription, so that's 3. Do you remember Robin Harris, Marlo, where he used to go, you test tube, baby? Bebe's Kids. I think it was on Bebe's Kids, but you test tube, baby. Okay, Boxy Charm, Ipsy Plus, Shadow Me, which is by Live Glam, the Glamour Jewelry, Allure, FabFitFun. But I canceled Test Tube. I can't try to cancel Allure, but they said they give it to me for 4 months for $10, so I did that. But I am going to cancel FabFitFun and probably the jewelry one. But I don't know. I'm going to go to the restroom. I'll be right back. I know, right? I know. Does all the talking about what somebody else needs to do and ain't taking care of their own business. I'll be back. If I can get out of this chair, I've got stuff all over the place. Remind me when I come back, I'm going to talk about the Marie Kondo-ing thing. Okay, I'm going to make sure all my parts are covered. Oh, hush. And I don't think I forgot any, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be back. Eyeliner time. So yeah, I'm gonna Marie Kondo my collection. So I'm probably gonna do some decluttering of old products and of things I want to give away. I'm going to throw away some stuff. That Jaclyn Hill thing made me think I need to be looking at some of my lipstick. That's one thing. I'm going to have to grab this box and see if I can. It's like under my light. I'm afraid I'll knock my light over. I may just use whatever lippy. Turn off my fans so that it doesn't dry before it needs to. But Kat Von D used to be my holy grail. And I have to say it. She's kind of, I don't know, I kind of am not with Kat Von D anymore. Some of the decisions that she's made and some of the things that she said are super questionable. And you know what, Sherry, I thought about, I'm sorry guys, I'm going to have to cover up my face for a minute so I can see myself when I'm doing the eyeliner. I may make a video of the declutter, the Marie Kondo thing, but it would be a straight up, fast forward, of me just going, blah, 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 because if I talked about it the whole time, it would be 18 hours long, and I have long videos. But yeah, I especially with the measles outbreak in the United States, I think it's super irresponsible to push anti-vaccination. And I know everybody has their own opinion about that, but it's really sad. Babies have died because they weren't vaccinated. And I know a lot of people, coming from a teaching perspective, I know a lot of people don't vaccinate their kids because, okay, thank you, Krista. I do too, Sherry. People weren't vaccinating their kids because there was a speculation that it may be the mercury in some of the vaccinations that was causing autism, but they have since proven that that's not the case. And so I would understand not vaccinating your kids if you were in fear that your kid was going to be autistic because of it, of course. But they have proven that not to be true. And so I think it's super irresponsible to be influential in a decision that I think is very dependent on each person and their own, thoughts and feelings. I don't think you should be influencing other people not to vaccinate your kids. And she did come back and change that later. But some of her behavior has been super odd, and I don't know if I can be on board with her. But like I said in the past, and I'll say it again, I try really hard to separate the person from the product, because at the end of the day, this is a makeup channel, and I'm going to review products, and I'm going to use products, and there are going to be people who watch my channel that want to know about certain things. Okay, my battery on my phone is trying to tell me that it's going to die, so I'm going to have to plug it up, and in the meantime, I may have to move my camera, so give me a second, because I have this cord that's not long enough. Give me a second. I'm going to move a couple things. I am going to try real hard not to give a cleavage shot here. But yeah, I probably will. Oh no, please don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. Okay. Okay. Because it was like, you have 2%. Anyway, I don't know. I have been on my soapbox this entire time. I'm sorry. But, okay. While I'm doing my eyelashes, I want you guys that have watched me for a long time to tell me what your favorite video is, if you can recall. Video that I did, if you can recall. And I'm going to put on some winged eyeliner here.
Everybody loves the bloopers because I am such a weirdo, y'all. I admit it. I'm a weirdo. And I do have to admit now that my holy grail is superhero, it cosmetic superhero. You try it if you never have, because it is so black and so matte. But that's the only thing I don't like about this trooper. And I thought this was the blackest eyeliner ever made. And next to superhero, it is almost gray. And it has a tiny bit of sheen. And I really prefer a matte black eyeliner. Yes, absolutely. And that's the point that I was making exactly, Lori. And that is, I'm not going to allow a celebrity or some other person to tell me what to believe spiritually, politically. Those are things that are within your own family and your own, like, actual, circle of influence. Because obviously, my closest friends, I care what they think. I appreciate their opinion. I take into account their opinion. My husband, my parents, my best friends. Um, Nobody else is gonna. But people, there are a lot of people who don't lead their own lives. They don't lead themselves, and they do. They are highly influenced by other people, and that's the reason why I thought that thing in particular was super irresponsible to put that out there. And I know she got a lot of hate for it, and that's not even what I don't think she should have gotten hate for it. That's what she believes, but I don't know. I think it's super irresponsible to put that out into the world. And, like, that was the disappointing thing. If it is true about James Charles, about him, playing with people and their sexuality, that's not cool. To try to influence somebody who's super impressionable to question their sexuality. Obviously, that's something that is a very individual choice and shouldn't be, speculated upon or tampered with in regard to somebody else's life. Here I am talking and I'm going to jack up my face, so let me shut up. You guys, I don't have as many bloopers as I used to have because I'm getting better at this, believe it or not. I'm getting better at this. As far as editing or knowing what to say and how I want it to sound and look whenever and I guess if I'm going to talk about, and I can talk and fill in, I just can't make the line whenever I'm talking. Also, this smears in my inner corner, and it superhero never does that. Um, as far as what I've learned, I mean, thankful to Marlo because if it wasn't for her, I would have never learned how to use my camera properly. So she helped me get all the settings. And my lighting situation is weird. I have cathedral ceilings in my house, and they're super high. And in my bedroom, it's recessed even further because there's like a recessed ceiling area where the ceiling fan and the light are. And so it puts a major shadow on me. And so I have to have major amounts of lighting just to have, for it to not be dark. And welcome back, Manders. I missed something. It does, like I said, I try to separate the person from I really made a decision to separate the person from the makeup. I got to do a far away shot to make sure my wings are on point. Um, and so that doesn't mean I'll never buy another Kat Von D thing, but it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know. I don't know whenever somebody crosses the line for me to where I don't want to buy their products anymore. Um, for me, it's more about, integrity and character. And, like, this thing with Jaclyn Hill really made me question myself because I said to myself, Sherry, how long are you going to continue to support someone who is obviously lying, obviously playing on people's love for them? How long are you going to continue to support that when you buy their products? And then, it's like on the other side of that, it's just makeup. So I don't know what to say about it. I guess I'm undecided. I guess I'm undecided in that regard. It's like, do I overlook their behavior because I want the product, because I want the product or I like the product? Do I continue to support their behavior by buying their product? It's like a moral, I don't know, high ground, I guess, that sometimes I adhere to and sometimes I allow me wanting the product. I mean, if I'm being honest, sometimes I want the product more than I want to, stand my ground and get something that I don't agree with morally. So that's probably not a good thing. Yeah, I understand that, Lori, because I'm kind of in the middle of that. I'm in the middle of it. I don't know. I guess there are some people I can overlook, but like with the Jaclyn Hill thing, and I've said this to everybody that I've talked to about it, I just cannot give her a pass on this. I cannot. Because if, especially, and I kind of feel like I've reserved my judgment to find out if these are truly contaminated, because if they are, or they're old or they're expired or whatever, I cannot give her a pass on that, and I cannot endorse that, and I don't think I can buy her products. Because if you knowingly put that out there, knowing it might be unsafe for somebody, imagine, and I shouldn't even put this out into the world, but imagine somebody who's pregnant put that on their lips and they are compromised in the immune area and they put that on their lips and something happens to their baby because that, bacteria or whatever got into their system. I mean, that would be tragic. And how could you forgive that if someone knowingly put that product out into the world? But what I'm not understanding, and I know I keep going back to this, and I really never intended on talking about this on my channel. I really didn't, but it's hard not to because it's just so saturated in YouTube right now. And that is, if you knowingly put that out into the world and somebody suffers something that can't be fixed because of it, like, how can you support that? Right. And I feel the same way, Lou. I'm just like, if you believe something wholeheartedly and you don't want to support that person because of it, I understand. I'm going to use this second mascara because this one is just not that black. So yeah, I don't know. I just really can't see myself buying products from her knowing that she potentially knowingly put those out into the world. But I really do like this primer. There's a Lancome one. I mean, I think these white primers are white primers. I think they're just, they've got fibers in them or whatever. And they make my non-eyelashes look like I actually have some when I don't wear lashes. And so I really like this Grande Lash one. And there's one by Lancome that I really like too. I really feel like a no-nonsense eye look, and I want a lippy that is low maintenance today too. I may pull out my old Milani Pretty Natural or Naturally Pretty or something like that I used to wear all the time. But I really enjoyed going back into my collection and finding things that I hadn't used in a long time. That was a lot of fun. And I think I'll do that more. And I know that's just like a twist on shopping your stash or whatever. But I was like intentionally looking for really long time ones. Looking crispy. Right. And for me, I really, and I didn't, that I can't be on board with anybody who is knowingly racist. But I also, on the other side of things, believe that people can grow and evolve and change and learn to, that the ways of their past to move away from those things. And it's like, how can you gotta give people a chance to do that. Does that mean you gotta buy their products? No. Does that mean that you have to give them a pass for the crappy stuff that they did? No. But I don't know. I'm just a person who believes in second chances, and but I don't think I believe in third and fourth and fifth and sixth chances. You know what I'm saying? It's like eventually those people have to be held accountable for what they say and do. Okay, so my eyes are done. I'm really not that fancy today, but I am so okay with that. And I think I'm actually going to use Kat Von D again if I can find... No, I'm not. I'm going to use Buxom. And I think I'm going to find... Yeah, I used this the other day, and this was super pretty. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the Hush Hush Lip Liner by Buxom, and I'm going to use this Heartbreaker Lip Gloss from Bare Minerals. So yeah, I'm getting close to done here. I'm not leaving just yet, but thank you guys for being here. It's cool to celebrate milestones, I think. I think that just uploading 2 to 3 videos a week for 2 years is a big deal. And especially those of you who do it, because you know the time, commitment, dedication that it takes to do it. Especially when, it's real easy. For instance, it's real easy to do something like, say, your job. It's real easy to do something when you know you're going to get paid for it, or there's going to be a result and a reward. Sometimes not so easy to continue to do something when you feel like nothing's moving and you're not growing. Hey, Lily, how are you? So thank you for coming and celebrating with me. Like I said, my plans today came at the last minute, and I had planned on filming my reaction to my first video today after this, but I actually need to leave. So I won't have it up tomorrow. It'll probably be Saturday. It's really funny to go back and look at how much you've improved. And for those of you who've gone from like a phone to a camera and cruddy lighting to pretty decent lighting, it's really crazy to look at your old videos. And I was going to use the matte formula of this because that's what I used in my video, but this is the dewy one. And that's the only one I can find, so I'm going to use that. So I feel like even though my channel hasn't grown as much as I would have liked it to, I really thought I would be at least maybe 2,000 by the time I finished my second year. I kind of figured I would be at about 2,000. So I'm way behind, just at 1,200. But just got to keep on plugging along. You guys know with YouTube, you can have one viral video that can change everything at any moment, and you never know what it's going to be. Or I might be 58 years old 10 years later and still have 1,200 subs. And am I still going to do it? I think I probably will. I've always said I'm in for the long haul, and I really think I am. Oh, I was going to tell you guys. I think I've been monetized for about a year. I can't remember exactly. I wanted to tell you about the astronomical amount of money I've made off of YouTube. I went and checked my AdSense today just so I could tell you guys. So in 2 years off of YouTube, I've made $62 and something cents. I can't remember the cents, but $62. And you guys know that until you've made 100, you don't actually get paid. So like maybe by the end of my third year, I will have made $100 and I'll actually get a paycheck from YouTube. Who knows? But I'm going to use the same perfume that I used in my first video, which is Guest Dare. And you guys, I smell. I'm tempted not to put on any perfume, but I used the Boom Boom cream today, and I use it for special occasions because it smells delicious. So I'm going to be sniffing myself all day long. I should like do a video following one of Marlo's 3-minute tutorials. Oh my gosh. I would never be able to do it. If I did a Marlo look, especially with a cut crease, it would take me 4 hours. It would take me 4 hours. And I am doing good. Because I got like 9 minutes and it'll be 2 hours. And I told myself I was going to keep this to 2 hours. But I'm just going to sit here and chat with you guys for the rest of the time. And then I'll get dressed and do my hair after the fact so that you don't have to watch me doing all that. Who are on opposite ends? Oh, me and Marlo as far as makeup is concerned. Yeah, she's super extra, and I guess I am extra too. It takes me 875 steps just to get my face on. My husband always makes fun of me. All the steps. All the steps. Oh, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, that is for sure. I always tell her, she thinks it's an excuse, but I always tell her that I do it because I'm a teacher and I over-explain everything, and I think I do. But truth is, it just takes me a long time and a lot of steps, and I don't like to cut it out because when I'm watching somebody else's video, like I like to see how they got from point A to point B with the makeup. Even if that means I watch them blend for a long time, because some people think, you know, especially if you cut out all of it, they don't realize how much time it's taking you to actually blend that out. Blending takes a lot of time because my phone has died. So I will say thank you so much for being here in case I disappear. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. I always enjoy this, and I'm going to keep on doing this regularly, at least. Always enjoy this, and I'm going to keep on doing this regularly, at least until I get back to school, because it's fun. And I am like, I need my makeup to be blended. I need my eyeshadow to be blown out. Like I cannot blend it. I need my eyeshadow to be blown out. Like I cannot do, like I like cut creases and I do like the way they look. But in general, I like a softer, more blended out look, a soft, pretty look. Yeah. Oh, my nappy hair, you guys. You guys wonder why I always have my hair up in a bun? Because of the naps. The fuzzy nappy hair. That's why my hair's always in a bun. But isn't makeup the funnest? Like, isn't makeup the funnest? I enjoy it so much, and it's just my happy place. And sometimes I like to sit down and just do my makeup and not even worry about filming a thing. Just do my makeup and have a good time doing it and just enjoy it. It's lethargic. It is absolutely lethargic for me. It just calms me and it makes me feel relaxed and it makes me feel happy because my mom was like, why in the world did you bring this ginormous thing of makeup to go to a family reunion where you're going to be out in the heat? And I was like, because it's my happy time. On my computer, I'm frozen, so I'm sorry if I'm frozen. It's just fun. That's why. And I know people who don't enjoy makeup the way that we do don't understand. But that's okay. They don't have to understand. As long as we understand. And I think it's cool. Like, don't you ever think, I actually think about this sometimes, like, why are we so obsessed with this? Like, when did this become a thing? And I mean, I've always liked makeup, but like I look back now at the makeup I did when I was in high school and college, and it was so minimal. I had no eyebrows. Like I would have never thought of putting anything on my lower lash line ever. I never would have lined my lip. I never would have contoured. I didn't do any of that business. And it's so funny because when I get to family reunions, people say stuff to my mom, and and to different people, and they're like, when did Sherry, oh my God, Sherry is so stunning. When did she get so pretty? I'm like, gosh, were you saying I was like a freaking troll prior to discovering makeup? But I love that. I didn't set my face. Hello. I love that other people understand, you know? All right, here we go. All right, where's my fan? Where's my fan? Where's my fan? Oh. Gotta do it one more time. Beast, beast. I will get over this eventually where you guys don't have to see this in every video. Maybe. I might. But it's nice to be understood. Because, like, if I go on Polo with Lou or with, like, Marlo or Courtney or Kristen, I'm just like, I just spent $200 on Sephora. You're not going to be like, on what? You're going to be like, what'd you get? Oh my gosh, I have that too. I love it. I mean, we're bad influences on each other. If we're being honest, we're bad influences on each other, but that's okay. Okay, I'm done. My battery keeps flashing at me and giving me nasty grams. So I think that I probably ought to just say bye and get out of here before everything keels over. So thank you so much for being here, you guys. I appreciate it. Most of you I will talk to on Polo or somewhere else. And if you don't have me on Polo and you want to have me on Polo, then hit me up somewhere and we'll get hooked up there. On what? Well, I'm getting ready to do some makeup damage on Saturday, and I'm excited. And like I said, I'll do a video and show you the things that I got. And I'm just going to do what I got for my birthday video, and it's going to be me, the stuff I got myself, and the stuff I got for gifts. So, all right, I'm going to go for now. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And I guess, I mean, I'll see you around YouTube for sure, but like, you know, next thing I know, I'll blink my eyes and it'll be 3 years and 4 years and 5 years. All right. Thank you for being here. Until next time, take care and God bless. Bye, guys. Oh, beast.